Welcome to this week's episode of Analyzing Chazal. This week we'll be analyzing the commentary of Rashi on this week's Parsha, Parshas Pekudei. Let's start with the Pasuk, Perek Lamed Ches, Pasuk Chaf Aleph. The Pasuk says, Eile Pekudei HaMishkan, Mishkan HaEdus, Asher Pukad Al Pi Moshe, Avodas HaLevim, Biyad Isamar ben Aaron HaKohen. This is the counting of the Mishkan, the tabernacle of testimony, which was built via the command of Moshe, the work of the Leviim under the auspices of Itamar, the son of Aaron HaKohen. Says Rashi, Hu haya pakid alayhem limsor lekol beis av avodah she'alav. He was appointed to give over to each family of the Leviim the work that they were required to do. The explanation of Rashi. Rashi is explaining that the specific work assigned to Itamar was to give out to each of the families of the Leviim the specific jobs that they were being assigned regarding the work that needed to be done with the Mishkan. The type of question we'll be using is that Rashi seemingly is telling us that someone was given a job to do that does not seem to need to be done by them. Okay, let's stop for a minute. Knowing the information we have until now and the type of question we'll be using, can you come up with the question yourself? Okay, here's the question. It seems from Rashi that the main job of Itamar was to give out the work assignments to the different families of the Leviim. This would not be something that would be necessary to do, as Moshe could have just as easily called the heads of each family and told them what their job was, as it was to tell Itamar what work each family would be required to do, and then to have him tell the families. Was it really necessary for Itamar to do this? The answer, as we always say, comes from within the question, which was it necessary to have appointed Itamar to give out the work assignments to the Leviim, which could have just as easily been done by Moshe himself? The answer is that we do not understand the difficulty a person has accepting a command to do something specific if he feels the person does not really understand him or his needs. Moshe was in charge of all of Bnei Israel, and the Leviim, when getting their work assignments, might have felt that Moshe did not really understand them and their needs and abilities, and they should be doing something else. However, Itamar was more involved with them, and therefore, when he gave the assignments, they were more likely to accept them and feel that Itamar truly understood them. The practical application. In our lives, when we are working with our children, students, employees, or even friends and neighbors, and we ask them to do something either for themselves or others, it is so important for them to feel that you understand them, their abilities, and what is truly good for them, so that they will be open to your suggestions and requests, which will help them not only to grow in their service of God, but potentially in helping others as well. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and we'll see you next week for Parshas Vayikra.